Good evening, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon to everybody on the other side of the ocean. What's going on? All right. I think I had the fan on way too loud. All right, what do we got here? What's NQ doing? Major push up today and then a flush right back down. I haven't really looked at the charts, so let me get caught up here. Good evening, Jesse, James, John, Nicholas, Crazy Chris 187. Good to see you guys. HR, good to see you. Let's see what we got. Good evening, good evening. Happy Thursday. Happy Trading Friday for the Asia session. Last trading night of the week. All right, so we pushed up all the way to about 40 today. Went up there. 340 pivot point and went back down. And now, right? I only took one trade today and turned it all off, so I'm catching up with all the price action. Let's see. How did everyone do with this madness? The first hour was pretty choppy. It looks like it calmed down a little bit. All right, good evening, good evening. Happy Thursday, happy Friday for Friday trading session tonight. Last day of the week for all the Asia session or late night trading. So NQ's moving a little bit, huh? Take a look at this here. Good evening to everyone. Looks like we're in a little range here from about 200 or 90 to 220. Mr. Jesse James in the house. He'll be, I think he's in the makeup room getting ready for his appearance tonight. How did you all do today? How did everyone do? Wins, losses? How did everyone do? Nicholas, should have seen the Tokyo Open. Big dump almost caught me off guard. All right, so it's range bound, right? We're in that 190 to 220 range. Christopher, losses because I was stupid. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Tony LaRose, Green Day, traded super careful, wasn't easy. Yeah, today was choppy for sure. I only had one day and I ran for the hills once I started seeing 40, 50.1 minute candles. Don looks like he killed it. Stellar day. Jerry, 310 so far on Asia. All right, nicely done. Looks like a lot of you guys got some green, a couple blown accounts. Crazy Chris, blue 250Ks. Rust day, size down, don't rush. Yeah, with Jackson Hole tomorrow will be pretty volatile as it is. I may even switch to micros or just not trade it tomorrow. I'm definitely not going to trade sim funded accounts tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a volatile day, so size down or stay out. Christopher just gave my profits for the week back, but the count is okay. Well, the important thing is you didn't blow it. This week has been insane. I mean, today we had what, 3 news events, right? We had 8:30 a.m., 9:30 a.m., and 10 a.m. Eastern news this morning. So plus you got Jackson Hole Fed meeting going on. And tomorrow, FOMC minutes, Mr. Powell speaking. So tomorrow's going to be just as volatile. I don't plan on trading any SIM-funded accounts tomorrow. And we'll watch. Fortunately, I need to get it done within the first hour or 2 hours. So I'll watch, try to hop on a trade and get out, or leave it alone. Nudge Realm. AJC, the coupon JCDT is not working on Bulenox. Well, first of all, I appreciate you letting me know. Thanks for tuning in and thanks for taking the time to let me know. Let me check on that for you right now. That. All right, let's take a look. Oh, it was that surprise sale yesterday for 90%. It is back to 83%, and JCDT should work now. Nudge Realm. JCDT on Bulenox should work now. The 90% was a flash sale, and that's no longer available. 83% is working. Di, what's up? Welcome to the stream. Thank you, Nudge. I appreciate you. Yeah, I just fixed that thanks to you letting me know, so I appreciate you. HR, China pushed up yesterday. Think they're going to drag us down tonight? Well, it all depends on what the rumor is around FOMC minutes tomorrow and Powell. If you look at some of the online chit chat and some of the rumors, looks like we're in for further downside. We'll see whether it happens tonight or tomorrow. Di, you have been staying up really late these nights. Yes, I live in Arizona, so technically I'm 3 hours. Technically, I'm not staying out that late. I'm 3 hours behind New York Eastern. So for me right now, it's 6:30 p.m. But yeah, I already told Jesse 2 hours max tonight. I'm calling it quits. Tomorrow's Friday. I want to get 1 or 2 trades max in. Of course, I always say that on Friday and end up going on tilt. But seriously, I want to enjoy the weekend tomorrow. So want to wake up, get a trade in, and run for the hills. Lost in space, I kept myself from using over 4 micros and made 600 going to try to do the same tomorrow. The volatility is not bad if you keep the size down exactly. And you can play longer, wider targets. Nicholas had to start trading with minis. Quickly learned it's much safer. Or maybe you meant micros? Micros are the safe ones. Minis can be addicting. I can't trade micros. But tomorrow I may have to switch to micros. It should be pretty damn volatile. We should see 50, 60 point 1 minute candles consistently throughout the day. So it should be a wild, wild west tomorrow with NQ. John, he'll try to keep you going to London. Nah, not tonight. I'm an old man. Need my sleep. Plus, I got a long weekend. So I just hope that I can get my trades in and out and be done within the first hour tomorrow. So. John, problem is he's never seen London. All right, what do we got? range, huh? And it's slowing down already. Nicholas Gomez, enjoying the micros. It's good because you can still have pretty decent profit by adding to bids 3+ and even control by selling asking price when needed. Yep. It's the advantage of the micros. You can build bigger positions over time. Astral Integration, welcome to the stream and thank you for tuning in. All right, so this is what we've got. All right, we're kind of in the middle of this range. Let's see what happens up here or down here before I attempt anything. Fiddling in the middle, not really my cup of tea. So let's be a little patient and see if we can capture anything tonight. Tonight, I agree, John. Tonight could be a big nothing burger. Fireworks are tomorrow, so this could be the calm before the storm. But tomorrow, for anybody new trading futures or relatively new in your journey and you haven't traded FOMC, size down or stay out. Tomorrow's going to be volatile. Today and yesterday and today, we've had a lot of reports of blown accounts. So careful. All right, let's see if we can get some action. Either we're going to push up or push down, but right in the middle, not interested. At least for now. See if NQ gives us something tonight. Take a look at news drops for tomorrow. Find news. All right, so Fed speakers. Oh, they start early tomorrow. Let's take a look at the news. So Fed speakers, this is Arizona time, 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Powell's speech is tomorrow at 10. Ooh, so it's going to start really early. And again, this is Arizona time, so 3 hours behind New York Eastern. And so the volatility starts right off the bat. Interesting. All right. See how we do. ER77, you missed the moves already. Yeah, I don't trade earlier than this. But I could see that we had some crazy price action. It's just the timing of the stream. The stream is always at 9:15 p.m. Eastern, and I agree, most of it happens before that, but I'm okay enjoying my fam before this. But yeah, look at that move from 252 down to 182, about 100 points. Similar move to last night, right? Last night was also a 100-point move right after the Globex Open. That was similar to yesterday. Nice 100-point move to the downside, and now we're kind of range bound between 190, 220. Well, last day of the week, last trading day of the week for the Asia session. Yeah, tomorrow, Jackson Hole should be a very, very interesting price action. Gone inside bar on the 30. Take a look at 30. Arish, JC, how to avoid big candles like 20-point moves, damage, got burned twice, and they ran so fast I couldn't set stop loss. Yeah, today, actually this week, we've seen consistent 30, 40, 50-point 1-minute candles. So you got to size down, meaning if you're used to trading minis, potentially switch to micros. Definitely not the day to use 2, 3 minis as you can catch if you catch the right wave, you're going to make great profit. But if you catch it in the wrong direction, you'll hit your accounts pretty fast. Thumper, hello, how you doing, brother? Sorry to hear, Harish. And like I said, I'm just tomorrow is going to be just as wild, if not wilder. Powell is speaking at 10 a.m., so that means the open is going to be crazy. Depending on how crazy it is, I may not trade it. I mean, I'll stream tomorrow, but if it's too wild, I'd rather enjoy my weekend. Definitely not trading funded accounts, sim funded accounts tomorrow. All right, where is the man with the shark fins? Is he still in the makeup room? Looking forward to looking at some shark fins tonight. Trader Cat, my issue is my candlesticks can't keep up with the movement on big moves. I need to build a fast computer. Oh, yeah, I mean, I don't know if that's your computer. Wouldn't it be your internet connection, depending on what you use, whether it's TradingView? Yeah, you need a pretty fast connection. I would not risk trading futures on Wi-Fi. That's for sure. I only trade Wi-Fi if I have to. I'm traveling. And at that point, I'm pretty sized down as it is. John, you run a virtual machine on a Mac. So what is the advantage of VM, by the way, John? Sorry, just ignorant on that info. All right, I'm checking. Yeah, Trader Cat. I use Tradeify and I need to have the router moved to my office so I can use Ethernet. Yeah, I trade, like I said, unless I'm traveling, which I travel less now. I'm on wired. Nicholas, I trade on 5G. Wi-Fi is my backup. Exactly. I have my phone just in case ready to connect at all times too, in case I have a power failure or something. John on Wi-Fi currently at 35K feet? No way. That's impressive. That's impressive if you take the trade at 35,000 feet. Have I taken a trade? I mean, I'm sure I've taken a trade on an eval. I remember I closed the trade, hopping on the plane, and I had to turn on the Wi-Fi. But I don't think I'd have the cojones to take a trade or close a trade on a flight, on a live account or a sim funded account. No advantages, have to run a virtual machine to run a Windows environment. Oh, that's right. You said Mac. My apologies. I did kind of have an idea that you're on Mac. You got to use a virtual machine to install some of the platforms that are Windows based. Gotcha. Gotcha. See, I told you I was ignorant. Yeah, but you make great ribs. Chris Peters in the house. Christopher says it. Good to see you. Thumper, I'm on a Mac, Windows 10 installed on one side of it. All right, it's a little descending channel there that's tapering and tapering. Let's see where it goes. Chris Peters, I hooked you up with some affiliate codes uses on Tradeify. All right, man, good stuff. Appreciate you. Tradeify is a little stingy. I am working with Take Profit Traders. Should start giving us some giveaways pretty soon. Tradeify, I'm still a little guy for them. But I do appreciate you. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for supporting the stream. All right, so it's ranging in this, what is it, 195, 220? Of course, when I try to short the top of that range, that's when it breaks out of it. All right, looks like Mr. Jesse is ready for us. SV, what type of entry are you waiting for? Probably not the entry I'll get tonight. So at this point, I'm looking for a scalp, maybe the top of that range, the bottom of that range. I'm looking for what I'd usually play, probably way up there at that pivot point. Probably won't happen for a couple hours. So we'll see if we can hop on a scalp. Let's see if we can get Mr. Jesse on. Hey, Jesse, can you hear me? All right, it's going to be loud for you because the other mic. Sorry. Listened to it earlier. All right, can you still hear me? Oh, yeah, I think you're ready. I think we made a smooth transition today. You guys hear Jesse?
I see my avatar.
Yeah. Give it up a little. If I can find, let me check the other screen. Say something real quick.
Testing. Do y'all got me?
Hey, yeah.
Let us know in the chat if you can hear the old Jesse James. What's up, Tony, Cat, Thump? What's up, guys? Chris, John, SV, good to see you guys. Good to see everybody.
I'm looking forward to looking at some shark fins tonight.
That's JC's nickname for my Delta Momentum Indicator. I guess it does look like shark fins, huh?
I got testing something tonight. I actually made some mods to it. See if replicate your shark fin. Share this real quick. Top oscillator is something similar with Delta. We'll see how it plays out tonight. So testing a couple things.
All right.
Everyone else think August price action sucks? Well, actually, late August has been picking up, I guess, with all the news events, but it's been some sucky price action July and August. Did any
of you sign up for the NT competition? Not me, no.
At all.
Holy smokes, Schultz. Whoa. I haven't been that bad, thank goodness.
I blew like
sorry, man.
400 accounts last 2 weeks. Hey, long as those 400 accounts blown get you a payout that keeps you profitable, worry about 400. I've heard worse stories of the burn and turn.
Yeah, I think I'd have to go look, but I think I'm creeping up on that 400 number on the Apex accounts, evals.
I think
that's over the course of almost 2 years.
But I think he's talking about the last 2 weeks. Could be wrong.
Yeah. No, Kat, it's not just you. Look, remember JC a couple weeks ago had a total blowout, and then me the next day.
Yep, I've had 2 blowouts this year so far.
Yeah.
One in May, I want to say, mid-May. The one that happened weeks ago. 2 blowouts for the year. Hopefully stretch out the next blowout a couple months.
What's up, Captain? Oh, Cat, don't feel stupid. No, I mean, well, I want to say don't feel stupid, but really, here, I'll talk about myself, Cat, not you. It's usually because, yes, we did something stupid, right? We did not follow our rules. We didn't follow our setup. So, speaking for myself here, yeah, I'm stupid sometimes.
Like I think, like we've said a couple times, most strategies are profitable. It's when you add the human element, start deviating from the strategy, breaking rules, and all that good stuff, over leveraging, trying to save a losing trade versus just closing it. That's when things go downhill. Captain Price, how you doing, brother?
I wonder if I should stretch my chart out a little bit to get that big red shark fin off there, because it's skewing the auto scale. Let me do that. Hold on. Where's my mouse? I'll just make these bars a little bit bigger. There it goes. Now we can kind of keep an eye on the actual delta and the momentum a little easier.
Trader Cat, sometimes I feel like I don't understand why price is doing what it's doing, and I think I am making my trader harder than it is. We definitely do it hard. We definitely make trading harder. Like I said, if we stick to the rules, whether it's a stop, not over leveraging, or being a little more selective on entries, stick to that. Usually the strategies work. Probabilities will say the strategy works. But if you add the human factor, your probabilities start decreasing once you start breaking rules. It's all about probabilities. T. Cooper, what's up, brother? Tori Trades husband. Geez, wish I could blow 400 accounts. SV, which prop do you like better? Top, Apex, Tradeify? I've been mostly doing 150K, 300K accounts, struggling with over trading. For 150K, straight to funded, Tradeify is my favorite. For evals or two-stage accounts, between the three, I would say Apex. Only because you're mentioning those three. That doesn't mean it's the best one. But for straight to funded, 100% Tradeify. For me, again, that's not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, so do your own research as well. All right, so what are you looking at, Jesse? Looks like we're in a range here.
Yeah, I liked where we were. I liked where we were up there above VWAP until we got that nasty flush earlier. I posted in your Discord, I said, whoa, the market's moving. And I didn't see any news at first, but then I read that NVIDIA halted production on a chip. I was like, oh no. Yeah,
I wish I could move this time slot, honestly, for the Globex Open. That would mean I would, I'm not even going to think about it. But yeah, I do see how all the price action is happening literally an hour or 2 hours into the Globex Open.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes that doesn't do that, though. So sometimes we'll get movement later on in the evening. So as we get out of the summer months, it'll pick up and then we'll be good. But I mean, you guys can see my P&L. I'm up 646. That was before that flush out that I just moved off my screen.
Jerry Lucky, which straight to funded has the least rules? Most straight to funded are 20% consistency rule. You can trade that. Most straight to funded are going to be 20%. So the ones that I can think at top of my head, all of them have 20%. There could be some out there that don't have or less challenging consistency rule, but for the most part, 30% is what you're looking at. All right, your shark fin is indicating something I'm indicating here. So in other words, on your chart, if we see another smaller red shark fin, then potential buyers step up. How would you interpret that?
The way I'm looking at it is, let me make my chart in front of me match that one. Hold on.
So I'm looking at my shark fins now, and it looks like a similar pattern is building here. Liking it.
So if you take a look on the Renko bars, we've had this up, down, up, down, up, down right here in this tight little range, right? And you can see that until the most recent drop, we didn't have that much selling delta. I mean, those here, let me move my mouse over there so I can kind of narrate this. So All right, so this drop was pretty decent delta-wise, right? Delta momentum, we got a nice little red shark fin here. The next dropout was barely nothing, right? So you could have taken that long for a push up, for a scalp, right? Especially with that heavy delta on the first bar up right there. Second, what is that? The second bar.
Yep.
But then not much delta momentum to the sell side, and then we just got a lot. So to me, it looks like maybe more and more sellers are stepping in on each one of these down moves. But the same can be said for the buyers. Look, the buying delta has increased on each of these moves too. So it seems to me that both sides are building their positions, and so it's gonna rip somewhere. Who's gonna win? I don't know. I mean, over the last 200 bars on both these charts, the linear regression channels are both ascending. But that's just structure. That's not order flow, right? So that can be overridden by order flow pretty quickly. So we'll just have to watch and see which way breaks. I wonder if John has any insight on that. He's the expert at trading my shark fins.
Yeah, no, John takes trades just watching your shark fin.
Oh, that's funny. John said, if you move the stream time, the price action will move to this time slot. Exactly.
Yeah,
man.
no, even if I wanted to change it, kids would kill me. It's already, they're trying to get used to what? You're trading at night now?
Yeah, it's like Coop says, it's coiling up here, right? Both sides are building their positions. Just at first glance, it looks to me like the buyers have a little bit more skin in the game. So if it was going to pop out of this range, I would say buyers, just by looking at the delta that's building up on both sides. You can see that the blue shark fins have more to them than the red ones do over the last, 5 up and down moves here. So, and there we go. Buyers are trying to pop out the top of it. Let's see if they can get it. No, not yet.
You guys prefer bidding or straight up buying market? I find that it affects the market less when you bid. Well, remember, you're not affecting the market. You're prop firm trading. So your orders never touch the actual market. Prop firm. I do market only because I use Tradesyncer. But I've used Ask and Bid in the past.
But that's right, Nicholas. If we were trading cash accounts, which I'm not right now, when you hit buy or sell market, it can make the market move because it's going to buy or sell your contracts that you're asking for at the next available price. Right?
In the live market. In the live
market, yeah. So if you're trading cash and you want to buy 5 contracts, but there's only 1 available on the ask, 2 on the next level ask up, and then the rest are up, it's going to rip up through those 3 ticks to fill your order, right? Just for example. So yes, market orders can cause it to move as long as you're trading a cash account in the live market.
Tommy Stark in the house. What's going on? Getting some signals here, so I'm fooling around with this indicator.
Team Massive also in the house. What's up, bud? JC found a new toy.
I was like, I like shark fins. I want shark fins. If I put shark fins on what I do, it'll change my game completely. Captain Price. Team Massive watching this chop. So far, this indicator is teasing me here. Tommy Starks in at 246. You're always catching the move early. Yeah, I need to step into the charts right at the open. Tommy again in a short. Got it at 246. He's writing it down. Nicely done. Fortunately, I start the stream at 9:15 Eastern. Really, you look at the charts before that. But you see all the movement. I think it was PR. Hey, you missed the move today. Yeah, I could see that. All the action was right after the open. Globex.
That's funny. I'm glad I wasn't in a trade right there, because that was a friggin' flush. I had taken 3 longs by then, and that's all I've traded.
Really?
So I've got
so that's good. My little indicator is telling me for the last build your short. It's funny how your shark fin was saying build the long. I'll reveal a little later how it goes. But it came right back down and bounced. Maybe your side is telling the truth. Chris Peters, I have an Apex question. Let's say I hit profit target in 3 days and it's a 7-day eval. Do I stop trading and wait the rest of the time, or are you required to take trade all? So you're talking about an eval. Eval you can pass in 1 day. Again, I'm reading by what you're saying. Apex, and I read the word eval. Apex, there is no rule minimum days to trade. Apex, you can pass it in 1 day. PA, it's 8 trading days to request a payout. Jeff Koski on the Bulls side myself. A lot of buying pressure right now, going nowhere. See if they can pop this. Otherwise, bye-bye. But I'm gambling.
Yeah, well, both sides are defending this area nicely.
My Apex eval says it's 7 days trading required. If you want to share the link, happy to take a look at it right there in the chat. You can send us the link. Apex is 1 day pass. That's the advantage. That's the lure that Apex uses. You can YOLO your Apex eval on a 1 day pass.
So John says we're below the point of control, and we swept the value area low already in NQ. So that could mean we if it's going to be a D-shaped profile tonight, we start moving back up, or it could be a big flush.
Rally to the moon. There are a lot of resting orders under these lows. We have 3 equal lows on the 15th. Oh yeah, I just noticed that. 3 literally.
Yeah, but
3 of them literally at the same low.
And if you look at look at those wicks on all those candles, right? That tells you that buyers are defending the bottom of all these 15-minute candles. So there's a story on both sides. Oh, which way is it gonna go?
PR, it's traveling in a shallow channel that is usually bearish, but it could run up to get stops. Yeah, I see that bear channel PR as well. It's top. It starts all the way at around 4:45 my time. So what? 5, 6, 7:45 Eastern. I see the top of that channel, but it looks like we're breaking out right now. This move, these bulls starting to build some pressure, but that could be a look above and fail and flush it right back down. So we'll see. But I do see the channel PR.
So the bulls are trying to, there we go. They just bumped up to the 15-minute 9 EMA. Let's see if they can push through that. Rejected off of it. Let's see.
And PR 77, I think I'm with you on it that this could be a stop hunt run and there's a look above and fail out of that channel and come right back into it. But we'll see. They keep pushing, but shark fins are getting excited here. PR77 telling us that the 9 is pushing up. Tommy Stark, I'm in high time frame bearish and low time frame bearish. Until I see different, I gotta be sticking to the short here. Well, Tommy, that makes two of us short bias. See if this is just a little look above and fail for further push down, but shall see. I think I'm in line with PR77 on this one, that it could come back down as a quick little stop hunt run. And
so what I like is that we on my big Renko bars here on the left, we dropped down into this gray box, rejected it, you know, and also confluence wise, we dropped down into the blue box here on the and we rejected that too. So, and I was talking about how as far as volume delta goes, the buyers were adding up a little bit more than the sellers were, so I thought they would win, and they just popped it. Let's see how far they can take this. Probably at least to VWAP, I would imagine.
VWAP, we're about to hit previous day close, right, at 221. And you got the 200 SMA on shorter, lower time frames about to be hit as well. So PR, my problem is being a bear every day. I didn't know that side of you. Well, bears take the elevator down, so when the short plays out, it's usually juicy. All right, let's see if this is the topping of this play and enough bulls, catch a little stop hunt run, and let's get back to shorting business. So let's see if it's that, or they're really going to pop this out of the range. They've been in that 190 to 220 range, so let's see if this is just play the range.
Jenna, congratulations. 3 payouts on 25K straight to funded accounts. Nice. If they transfer me to live, is it worth it? Well, I'll say out of all the prop firms, they have the best live package, in my opinion, with their bonuses and the structure, the way they're doing that. I like Tradeify's plan with live traders. It's pretty cool.
I would say you got nothing to lose, right? You get a live account. And what is it, a 90-10 split?
Yeah, but they also give they also give you bonuses, and
Right.
I forgot what they call it, but there's like I don't know, milestones. I don't want to use that term because that was a My Funded Futures thing, but there's different bonus structures and things like that also built into it too. So which kind of offsets the 90-10 split. I think their program's pretty cool. So congratulations to you, and I strive to be right where you're at. Of course, mine are 150K accounts, so it's going to take me a lot longer. What's up, Chris? John says, why chance it? Blow. Oh, he's kidding. Blow it and start over. He's kidding. Chris likes the animated Jesse James there. I like that little guy too. He's quite handsome.
You just got to make sure you speak when he's speaking. That way the users...
Oh, I got to try to time it.
We already got a comment. I think somebody goes like, oh, how did you make the animation speak while you're speaking, or move while you're speaking?
Coincidence. That I think on iPhones that's called a memoji, and it actually does move its facial features as you're talking, as you're moving your face. It copies you exactly. But I haven't figured out a way how to use that on a live stream. That'd be pretty cool. Like an old kung fu movie.
All right, they keep pushing. About 20 points now off of that descending.
Yeah, we're about to run into the 15-minute 21. There it is. Boom, just hit it.
Oh.
Also creeping up on the 1 hour, what is that? The 1 hour something. I'd have to zoom in to see what the heck it says. I got to make my text bigger on my moving averages.
FVG on the 15-minute, literally right approaching the middle of that FVG.
Yep. Question is it going to reject from it, or is it going to try to take it out?
Taking its time to reject.
Come on, push up in there.
Well, it looks like a lot of us just watched that play. I think who took that long? I didn't.
I was sitting over here talking everybody into it, and I didn't even take it myself. Jeez Louise. I should have.
Oh, ripping.
Yeah, I just got some delta divergences, 2 different types of delta divergences right there, and it blew right through them. So these are determined buyers, folks. Determined buyers. I would be careful, be cautious.
Nicholas indicator is saying short. Overbought. Oh man, there's gonna be that day where you trust the overbought indicator and it stays at overbought for 2 hours and it just keeps going up. But it says overbought.
Yeah.
I've been stuck in some of those situations where you're logging something, you're trusting the oscillator, and it says overbought. Well, you can be overbought sometimes. Let's see. I don't think there's enough volume to continue overbought. Well, no, look, they keep pushing. They're not letting it go.
So if you take a look at what JC's calling the shark fins, right? What this is, the blue area is all of the delta, right? The buyers minus the sellers for all these bars on this rip up, they're all added together. So if you take a look at the math, we're approaching 150 contracts were just bought up, right? 150 more than what were sold. So this was pretty aggressive buying. Now, the way I look at it is where are those people's stops going to be, right? You got to assume they're protecting their profits if they're in profit. They're not going to let it come back all the way down and stop them out. So if we get a little bit of a pullback here, these buyers, the 150 extra contracts here that are still being held right this moment, they're going to have to defend their position. So they're either going to have to add more, or they're going to have to sell to get out and say, okay, I'm out. I'm going to take my money, and that'll cause a further drop. So you can watch the actual volume. So 150, when this starts pulling back and dropping down, you can watch the red shark fin to see when that hits that same 150, and you can bet that maybe the move is over, right? So you can kind of watch the math on the momentum indicator. Especially during the Asia session, you have time to do that.
Dice has an interesting question. Maybe Asia knows Jackson Hole info, Asia market bullish. I would think you got institutions setting up tonight for Jackson Hole. But I wouldn't necessarily say that it's just Asia moving the market tonight. Usually when you have big events following day, institutions are playing some games. The pump before the Jackson Hole news, pushing price higher so that can sell at a higher price. Smart money sprouts, where did you get your signals? Let Jesse answer that. He's a coder.
I subscribe to several signal generators. No, I'm kidding. I wrote these indicators myself, so they're not publicly available. But I will say that most of this you can kind of replicate using the stuff that's built right into NinjaTrader.
And I've already tried to bribe them. It doesn't work, guys. So just enjoy the stream, enjoy the content, ask all the questions you have so that you can write your own indicators. I've bribed them. He ain't letting it go.
Jenna says, what contract size are you using on 150K? So Jenna, for me personally, I only trade one contract at a time. I think that's
Same
about
here.
the right size.
Same here. I trade 150Ks only and one contract. Sometimes two if I'm adding. Usually I'll add in green. Although Asia, I'm okay DCA. New York Open, ew. It's risky. Tony took the long from 206. You got, that's a good entry. About 20 points there for you. 12.
Nice. Kat says, do you guys use volume profile? And if I use it, should I anchor it from a month or keep it within a closer range for more accuracy? So Kat, I don't use it personally, but one of my good buddies does, and he watches the daily, daily, not monthly. So daily and weekly is what he kind of watches, I believe. So you kind of want to watch a shorter time frame. I wouldn't say a whole month, in my opinion, unless you're swing trading and you're looking for, those big moves, daily moves.
Trader Cat, are you guys making money with only trading one contract? So it's a mini, not a micro. And for me, the answer is yes. I'm sure Jesse, seen your P&L lately. You've been killing it.
Yeah, I average about $1,800 a day. Anywhere between 6 and 10 trades.
Trader Cat, maybe I need to not use so many. Yeah, don't follow these prop firms give you 10, 15, 30 contracts. Don't fall into that trap. Realize that you can blow accounts with 1 or 2 contracts in one trade that you just refuse to close.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say it again. I called this push. I should have taken it.
But you didn't take the trade.
Hey, we missed Jerry. Sorry about that. I see you posted your question again. Hey, by the way, folks, if we do miss something in the chat, just type it again. We're cool with that. Have you passed an Apex eval in say 3 days and then got a PA when they run the 1 day pass? Well, the 1 day pass is always the time with Apex.
Is always, yeah.
I do know that some of their paperwork, like if you're actually reading the fine print in the contracts and stuff, it still has some old language, but it's one data pass for sure.
Trader Cat, I think you might be talking about micros. So micros, you can add multiple contracts, start pushing 5, 10, 15 contracts and be safe. 5 minis is a different story. Not to say there aren't traders that can trade 5 minis on prop firms and are profitable. It's just high leverage, high risk. But I think you're talking. But I think Trader Cat, you're talking about micros with multiple contracts.
Yeah, or she might be referring to. Yeah, you're right. Some YouTubers do purposely for we got to entertain the folks, right? So I'm sure some people do put on heavy contracts on minis on prop firm accounts for the entertainment value of it. But if you want to actually get the payouts and stuff, you gotta be real careful, because these prop firms will let you over leverage yourself real quick. And Willie Trades made $200 today with 1 micro. There you go. Nice.
Hey, it's 100 points. That's a 100-point trade. That's probably, that's impressive, actually. It's a 100-point trade today.
Super impressive. Yeah. Yeah. So back to the, so John Bergeron in the chat. He is a volume profile trader. And so he just answered that question. He uses the daily, the session, and the weekly. So there you go. I think that's probably the best way to look at volume profiles. Leb says, are those order flow delta percentages for free on your chart? No, I wrote that indicator myself, but let me tell you, if you have NinjaTrader, there is a free indicator built right into NinjaTrader called buy sell pressure. Okay, you can add that on 4 different chart sizes like I used to do, and it'll tell you that same exact information. You just have to look in 4 different places for it, right? So what those percentages are is they're the buy sell pressure percentages on 4 different Renko bar sizes, ranging from smaller than my entry chart here to much larger. Apex will deny you if you use too many contracts. I believe you're correct. If you have a PA, you have to. There's a scaling rule, right, JC? Correct me on that if I'm wrong.
Apex will deny you for inconsistent sizing in your contract. So, for instance, you trade your PA 5 days in a row with 1 or 2 contracts, and then you're stuck in some drawdown and you YOLO 10 contracts, you save the account and you get some nice profit. Yeah, they're going to deny that. You got to be consistent in your sizing for contracts. You can't have that.
John Bergeron.
You can't have that, that YOLO trade that saved the day because you were in drawdown and you added 5, 6 contracts to save the day.
Exactly. That's, I did that the other day.
Hey, we've all done it.
So that's good.
We've all done it.
I did not know that rule existed, so I just learned something new, and I got to be careful not to do that again.
Oh yeah, Apex has a ton of rules. 5-to-1 risk to reward max. In other words, you can't be in $1,000 drawdown and close at $100 profit. They'll deny you if it's consistent. I mean, it all depends on the luck, but if they stick to the rule, yeah, you'll be denied.
Yep. And yes, for sure, John. Yeah, Mike Schwartz, he's a good friend of all of ours. And yes, he's a heavy volume profile trader. So check him out if you guys want more information on that. I still need to learn that tool. He's pretty good with it. So is John himself too. I soak up as much knowledge as I can. Okay, for some reason my signals are behind my bars. Let me fix that. Where's my arrow? Where's my mouse? All right, let's fix that. Okay, now they're on top of the bars.
I'm trying to pull up the apex.
Do we get a VWAP pullback? I think so. Yep. I think we'll come back down to VWAP. My question is, do we reject off of it and keep going up? If so, I'm going to start getting interested. Adam's short 2 minis. Wish me good luck. All right, good luck, Adam. What's up, George? Good to see you. Where's VWAP? VWAP is, let me look. It's behind some of my indicators here. Hold on. VWAP is, it's right on my, what is this purple line doing there? Get out of my way. I'll just call out the purple line. 221-ish, 220-ish. Close enough, right? 220-ish, we'll say.
All right, so I found it. Here is Apex contract size consistency for your PA funded accounts. These rules clearly require consistency of contract size. While this rule doesn't specifically identify contract size for every trade, you do have to keep overall consistency. So for instance, I always trade 1, maybe 2 contracts max. I all of a sudden have a trade for 4 or 5 contracts. I know that I have denial coming my way, and if it happens, I expect it, and I just trade another 8 days. The payment denial doesn't necessarily mean blow the account, though.
Thank you, JC. Excellent information. So we came back down. We overshot VWAP, which usually happens. We rejected off of a couple of EMAs there. It looks like the 15-minute and the 5-minute. Let's see what happens.
I think bulls have picked this up.
So the bulls ended up overpowering the bears by 200 contracts. You can see my blue shark fin, as JC calls it. It got all the way, the momentum, the volume momentum got up to 200 contracts in that move up. So if we do start dropping out, you can expect 200 contracts to be sold, right? They all got to get out at some point. Let's watch. I'm hoping that VWAP holds right here and we keep pushing up. I'm a permabull.
Oh, NQ is the instrument for permabulls. By the dip, designed to go up.
Yeah, good question, Top Dog. Anybody with Bookmap, if you don't mind, can you call out some levels where you see some heavy red resting liquidity orders anywhere near us? I need to get something like that. Heat map on NinjaTrader or Bookmap. I need to be able to see those levels.
They were only that easy. I've seen trades go sour based on Bookmap level. But I think again, as long as it's over time consistently giving you 60-70% winning trades, I guess it's any Bookmap traders in the chat, by the way?
Yeah, Mike teaches that you don't look at the ones that are moving around constantly, right? Those might be just trying to spoof the market. But if there's a big block order that's been sitting there for the last hour, it's probably legit. And I personally don't want to be trying to trade into one of those levels, right? I want to stay away from that. Can I code it? I don't think so, Chris. That stuff's pretty advanced.
I think there's a YouTube channel that streams it 24/7. Wonder if it's, I've seen it. I wonder if it's, what's the lag on it? You'd have to make sure it's real time or close to real time. It's a 2-minute, 3-minute delay. That probably not. But I don't know. I don't know what the delay looks like.
Yeah, if it's a couple minute delay, that might be a problem. If it's only 6 seconds and you're only looking at the levels that have been there for a long time, that probably doesn't matter. Let's see. Pulled back to VWAP, overshot a little bit. Are we just going to sit here and range on VWAP now?
I'm hoping for a sharper. Jenna, Jesse James, are you a coder too, by the way? He loads his own stuff. So.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an amateur. I'm not a pro. But yeah.
Hey, Zach. Good to see you. Welcome to the stream.
Shark says, wick down and grab my order like a flash sale. So those buyers that bought all those contracts on the way up are defending it pretty well here. They don't want to give it up. If you build a big buffer, can you trade multiple minis? Sure, yeah, you just got to stay consistent with it, right? You could slowly ease into more minis and stay consistent, and I think you'll be fine. According to what JC read there.
Wait, what was that? What was the question?
I stick with just one anyways, though. It's safer.
What was the question? Sorry.
If you build up a big buffer, can you trade multiple minis?
Yeah, as long as the trading period has the same contract set. Again, it's not having 3 or 4 minis one day and then all of a sudden the rest of the days are just one. Trade 3 or 4 minis all the time, then you're fine.
Yeah. If you're like me and you trade one at a time and then all of a sudden one day you put 16 on to save a trade, that's the problem, right? All right, 142 people watching. Let's smash that like button for your boy JC. Show the man some love. Let's get it. Let's see. What am I doing here? I wish I would have gotten that trade. Darn it.
Which one, the long or?
Yeah, the long.
Short. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I totally missed that one. Actually, my little indicator that I'm testing completely failed on that call. So much for that one. The drawing board on that. Maybe
Nicholas
not.
Gomez, out of curiosity, what's your win ratio? My win rate when I'm not an idiot is 86, anywhere between 83 and 86%. When I break my rules and my setups, it's real bad. Real bad. But luckily, that doesn't happen super often.
Guy, thanks for your time, guys. Well, thank you for tuning in.
Zach says that was a huge dump, 6 ticks.
Yeah, what was the win percentage that I shared last time last account that I think I'm up 85%. Of course, that's mainly New York. I don't gauge my percentage with Asia. York, I'm up. My problem
Sweet.
is that 15% could be bigger losses than the 85%. So.
Yes, that's my problem also. So we should talk about that too, because even though I have an 83 to 86% win ratio, when I do take a loss, when I'm being an idiot and moving my stop and mentally like kind of, oh, well, maybe we'll just come to this level. Maybe this level. Those, yeah, like JC was saying, those losses hurt real bad.
And Ranga Boy kind of mentions it. That's why I don't talk too much about win ratio, because you could have a high win percentage, but if you're losing more on that small, whatever it is, 5-10% win percentage to Ranga Boy, doesn't matter. To be fair, that's what I just said. My problem is my losses can accumulate higher right now than winning trades. It's a work in progress, cutting it down, meaning cutting losing trades quicker versus either adding to a losing trade, which I've generally stopped. It's more of stop hoping it's going to turn back on you. It's not, just cut it.
Exactly. Yeah. So, and then there's a, what's it called? The profit factor. So Ninja Trader, I'm not sure if Quant Tower has that, but Ninja Trader has a trade performance report that you can set a date range, time frame and everything, choose which accounts you want to show, and then run the report, and it'll give you all the stats. I'm running mine right now. Let's see what it looks like.
XP, I do not trade the futures desk. Heard good things about them, but I do not trade them.
I should probably turn off all the, I don't need to include all the prop firms because I copy trade them, right? So it kind of multiplies all the, multiplies the P&L. I don't need to do that. All right, so this is not bad. I don't mind showing it off.
What are you showing?
Let's see. See if I can drag it over. Where's my mouse? So we can digest this while we're waiting for the market to do something. I think, actually, is this going to show, hold on, let me make sure it doesn't show account numbers and stuff. Hold on a second. All right, looks good. So let me drag this over there. Where's my mouse? Okay, so I'm not sure. Can you guys, whoops, let me get my mouse where it needs to be. Can you guys see this? This is my trade performance in Ninja Trader. Let me get my mouse back over here, make this bigger so I can see it. Okay. So the profit factor is 4.13. What were you asking about? Percent profitable, 83.33%. So that's 35 winning trades, 7 losing trades. Actually, this is contracts. By the way, Ninja Trader has a little bit of I don't know if it's a bug, but it's contracts, not trades. So consecutive winners, 12, consecutive losers, 2. Largest winning trade. Oh, this is in ticks. See, there's the problem right there. So this is for this week only, right? So from Monday to now, it includes tonight's trades. Biggest winning trade, 97 ticks. Largest losing trade, 106. That should not, that's my fault right there, right? Why am I losing? That's like a, roughly 1-to-1. I shouldn't be doing that. I should not allow that to happen. So there you go. I think profit factor is probably the most important thing, and not, like we were talking about earlier, not necessarily the 83.3%.
Yeah. Like I said, winning percentage can be it's a nice number, but your losses, if your average losing trade is more than your average winning trade, although you could still be profitable, the average losing trade over time will kill you.
Yeah. So this profit factor is like, So on average, this is the average. Like, I think what this means is that my winners are 4.13 times larger than my losers. If I'm not mistaken, I think that's what that means. And that's a good number. That's where it should be. Now, I should not let myself take a loss of 106 ticks. That's crazy. So that's one of the things I need to work on.
106 ticks? Speaking ticks.
Yeah, so what's that, 40 points?
No, 26.5.
Okay, good. Less than I thought. So average time in the market, 5.79 minutes. It used to tell you, where is that at? It used to tell you if you continue trading like this, here's how much you'll make in a month. Here's your monthly income. Where is that? It does. Oh, right here, profit per month. 13,781. Well, that doesn't make sense because I've got a profit up here. Total net is 4,500 in 1 week. Yeah, maybe it's a bug. I don't know. But anyways, that's the trade performance that's built right into NinjaTrader. Not sure if Quant Tower or other stuff has something like that.
Quad Tower does, and I usually bring my stats into Tradezilla. Tradezilla seems to do a good job with your profit factor stuff. Quant Tower, I don't think it has a grouping. It could be wrong. You guys, I've been coached on Quant Tower a couple times here on some features. I don't even use. But my understanding is Quant Tower is per account. Copy trade. Could be wrong. I use Tradezilla. Got to import your trades and all that good stuff.
Yeah. NYC Day Trader said no shorts. Yeah, you're right. This week I've had no shorts. That was funny observation there. But like I said, I'm a permabull. I'm always looking for longs.
Really? No shorts?
Yeah, there was no shorts on that trade performance this week.
All right, so we're stuck in this, what is it, 10-point range, 220, 230?
Nick says, what's the sweet spot for you risk to reward wise? Well, Nick, I use a trailing stop, so I don't play levels, right? I'm still kind of learning that side of the game. I'm learning a lot from JC, and I do plan on working some levels into my trading. But because I trade Renko charts, I'm not looking at 1 hour, 4 hour levels and targeting those, right? So I don't have set stops and set targets. So I'm firing my entries are fired off of real-time order flow, volume delta imbalances, things like that on a Renko price action. And then my trailing stop kicks in and just rips from there. So every trade is different. Some trades are $130. Some are $386. You know, it's just all over the place.
Jenna, is there a prop firm that has 1 million account size out there?
I think, well, not for one account, but I think you get 1 million on Apex, right? If you have 20, don't they have a 300K?
Right. I think she's talking about 1 million account size.
Okay.
You can group.
Not that I'm aware
You can copy trade multiple props and get your $1 million. Ooh, look at that. 5-point pop.
Typical R to R. So my stop, when I put a trade on, my stop is, I looked at it last night. What was it? 60 ticks? I do move it to the nearest linear regression area that makes the most sense for that trade. But let's just say I never touched my stop and I just left it at 60 ticks every time. Then my typical R to R is 1 to 2. So
but I'm assuming
stop.
But I'm assuming you're moving your stop. Take some losses, or just it's happening because of that? No, yeah, you're adding on a CA, no?
Sometimes I try not to do that. I try not to add. I mean, that's when I start getting stupid and things go south, right? So I usually move my stop closer to where my entry is, if anything.
My risk to
But
reward
let's
has gotten worse this last couple of months. I used to have a pretty solid 1 to 3. Lately, it's down 1 to 2, 1 to 1. I don't know if it's the market changes in the way I'm trading. I was pretty good about 1 to 3 risk to reward. But lately, when I've looked at some of these trades, of course, a lot of it is scalp, right? But yeah, it's something I got to work on. I don't know what changed in my trading, risk to reward.
Well, I can chime in just a bit, right? Over the last couple months, what's changed? You've started trading the Asia session, and you take smaller targets during Asia, right? So maybe that's throwing your average off.
I don't know if it's blame it on Asia. I don't know. I don't hold overnight. I honestly don't trade much of the Asia as it is. I don't hold overnight.
I have a couple times using micros, but one time it worked well, the other time it didn't, so I just don't do it.
Yeah, last couple
Mystical
of months, for some reason, my trading style in general has changed. I don't know if it's because of the live stream, maybe. I don't want to blame it on live stream. I don't want to blame it on Asia. I'll just blame it on myself. Something has changed.
Well, yeah, I mean, but realistically, that's what's you have started streaming over the last couple months full time pretty much and trading Asia, so those things contribute for sure. Okay, so now John, if John's watching my shark fins there, JC, what he's seeing is you see the blue shark fins are getting smaller and smaller and smaller as we're moving up, which means we're getting less momentum on these moves.
Hold on,
of course,
I'm
the moves are
switching.
smaller.
Oh, that's right. Yep.
So John, if I had to guess, is starting to kind of stalk for a short right here. John, chime in if I'm wrong. Oh, there's a little bit of a drop. Let's see if they push it. Now, if they can clear some of these higher lows we've been making, that will force all these longs to start selling back their contracts and getting out of their trades, which will force the market down.
That would kind of coincide with that pivot point that they just tried to tap at 236, 235.
Yeah, they're trying to get up there to that 236 pivot point.
And or they reject here, so we'll see. You guys use negative divergence on the RSI? I don't. Maybe.
No, I don't use RSI at all. I've looked at it in the past, but what I use, so RSI is an overbought, oversold indicator, if I'm not mistaken, and what I use for that is the linear regression channels. Those tell you if we're overbought or oversold. If we're in the red zone like we are right now, we're oversold on the shorter time frame. If we're down in the blue zone, we're I'm sorry, vice versa. Right now we're overbought. If we're down in the blue zone, we're oversold. That's how I look at it. But they all kind of do the same thing, all these overbought, oversold indicators.
JT11 tried a short at the pivot point. Yeah, I just tried as well. So we'll see how we do here, shorting that pivot point. Close to listening to. I think I'm testing here. I think was wrong. So JT1111, I'm with you on shorting that pivot point. See.
Now, if either one of these,
I just took that short right there as well. And for anybody asking my trading view, let me bring in my trading view. These blue lines, those are your pivot points. You have the 200 SMA. We'll see. supporting that pivot point right
New York City day trader. Yes, for sure. Yeah, I'm working on a strategy that automates what I do. The problem is there's a couple human elements to it that you can't replicate. I mean, I get what you're saying. There's some human elements that I do want to leave out of the equation, but there's also a couple human elements that are required to trade like I do. So I haven't quite figured out that last piece of the puzzle on how to automate it. But yes, I do. I have built a strategy. It does okay, but it doesn't do as well as I do. So we'll see. I'm working on ways to code it. I know what it's missing. I'm just trying to figure out how to digitize it, for lack of a better term. Nice little drop there for you guys. Let's see if they can break these lows on the Renko bars, then all these buyers are going to have to start selling off. Remember, initially we had 200 positive delta on that rip up, and even more. They've added to it on these other move ups, right? So let's just say, for example, let's say it's 350. We'll be conservative. We'll say 300. There's 300 contracts being held right now long. And they're either going to have, the buyers are going to have to defend their positions or sell out of it in profit. And then the shorts, and then it's going to rip down, right? So let's see what happens. Good point, Cooper. Yeah, the cumulative volume delta for divergences is very good. Yep. I have that coded into my CVD indicator, so you guys can see in the top right of my screen. Right now, the CVD is lit up blue, even though it's a minus number. That means that the CVD is moving up right now, and so is its moving average. And what you guys can't hear is that it's also got an audio element to it. And it will tell me whenever there's a divergence on the cumulative volume delta. Meaning if the price action is moving down, but that is moving up, it tells me that.
I think we should just leave the stream on and leave Jesse's little coded creation there on. Everybody just takes straight off of it.
Don't do that. It's for entertainment only.
Oh, man. Well, John's rocking your indicators, so he's been taking trades off of that.
And he's on an airplane. That's really impressive.
Oh, that's right. He's at a flight. Man.
Let's see. They're trying to push VWAP again. They're trying to break that previous low right there in the Renko price action. If the sellers can break that, it's over, guys. You're getting your short. I'm calling it right now. It's going to flush down to the bottom of these channels, right back down to the blue zone. But they've got to break that low to cause these buyers to give up and sell. They're trying.
I don't know about trying. They're failing. They pushed up and they've been stuck in that 10-point range.
There we go. There it goes. They're trying. They're trying.
Added to that.
That's some sell pressure right there. Let's see. I gotta grab a water. I'll be right back.
We'll watch the action on a pivot point short here. See if we can push below these levels. It'll be a juicier one. Usually a pivot point, you have a small FVG on the 15-minute. 214 is the middle of that. think that's where Tommy's looking to long. Would be right in the middle of FVG at 214, 12. So let's see if we can get down there and how we react at the bottom of this little range after the, which is really the top of the overall Asia range, right? Breakout level. Let's see what happens now. Okay, so far so good. This is the critical area. This was the breakout area of the push up 217.15 area. If we can flush below that, get some momentum here. Let's find it. Should have added to it. All of you guys are getting ready for that long, and we flush below 212. Say, if we come back, chop it, flip it. All right, bounce at that 200 just for now. Quick little scalp there. That's the middle of that FVG on the 15-minute. And you got the 20 SMA on the 5-minute as well there. So let's see if they continue to push this down, or are they going to pop it here? Peter Chan, what's going on, brother? You know, Peter, trading Asia. Try not to get stuck in a 3-hour trade here. Ooh, that continued to flush. Nicholas took that short too. Yeah, little pivot point rejection there. This is where they can bounce it, that 210, 215 area. If they flush that, then you're going range to range all the way back down to 200. So, see what the shark fins tell us. John, since Jesse's not here, you want to tell us what the shark fins are telling us? BG took short and closed already. Yeah, same here. I should have added to that. In other words, I should have started with 2 contracts on a pivot point projection, but shoulda, coulda, woulda, doesn't count. Tommy's in position, 212 with a stop at 192. Oh, you're giving yourself room. And yep, it's hitting the bottom of that FVG right now at 210. They flush it. Trouble.
Okay, I'm back. Whoa, look at that. Woo!
Yeah, I think they're flushing it. It's going to be range to range, back to 200.
Back down to my blue zone.
All right, so my little toy here just signaled that short way too early, though. I got to make some adjustments.
Or you got to play with your toy on Renko bars instead of whatever they're on.
Well, I told you, I'm going to spend this weekend on Renko. I think you've convinced me on Renko. For Asia, 100% Renko.
There you go.
If you're going to wait for a level like the way New York session works, and you're going to wait for a level, well, you'll be here 2-3 hours waiting for that level. In this case, we got lucky. We hit a pivot point, and that's typical rejection at a pivot point. But that doesn't happen that often on Asia. So you could be stuck waiting for a level 2 hours and not take a trade. So I do see the strength of Renko on Asia session, where you have, I mean, today it's moving, but sometimes we're not even seeing 10, 15 point ranges, right?
Look at it go, boys. It's not done. It's going to go into my blue zone. I'm telling you.
And that would be probably all the way back down to 200. So it's a range-to-range play. It trapped some bulls thinking that was the breakout, and right back down. Wow. Expected to go that strong and that fast, huh?
Why would you not expect it? I called it out.
You didn't take the trade, buddy. We're calling out and not taking the trade does not count.
I'm a shot caller. I'm a backseat driver.
You got to take the trade to validate the call out.
That's two beautiful trades that I was sitting there talking about and I didn't take. Oh, yeah.
You got to get you to take the trade, though. Tease it. But I think, so where's your blue zone? What level? 200?
Well, it's a zone. We're in it. There we go.
Oh, there you go. So yeah, range to range, right back down to 200.
So now I'm looking for a buy signal. I'm looking for a buy right here. Let's go. Give me a buy. Give me a buy. Well, I'm up 646. That's actually my target for the Asia session. So let me do it. Actually, let me do this. I'm going to turn off my Replicanto. That way I can at least trade. I'm going to trade on my Sim 101 account. How about that?
Sim 101. Well, I'm not copy trading any Sim funded tonight or tomorrow. I'm not trading Sim funded. Hands off this week.
So here we go. Give me a signal. Come on. Let's see if my trusty indicators will do their job.
So Sim 101 is that? Oh, that's the ninja thing.
Yeah,
I wish Quantar had a Sim 101. Because sometimes you want to blow off steam. You don't want to trade a Sim funded or an eval. You just want to blow off steam. Those Sim 101s or whatever you call them. Good for that.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I'll turn off Replicanto and just start smashing buttons when I get mad at the market.
Why are you getting mad, man?
Well, if it doesn't do what I want it to, like right now, this is going to piss me off if it doesn't give me a long signal.
Oh. All right, this is the critical area. Is it going to flush below 200? That? Are we flushing? Are we flushing below 200 and that's it? It's going further down?
I'm so confident I'm going to front run it. I'm going to trade. I'm going to go long without a signal. How about that?
Oh, boy.
All right, I'm in. Let's do it.
Confidence.
Shoot.
That's the confidence of the Sim 101. Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Yeah, I'm going to get run over. Look at the pressure.
No, it's range to range. We're into range until we break the range. So that's the right trade to take. You took it at the bottom of that range.
And we just had 16 times more sellers than buyers on that bar. Oh boy.
Really?
Now, those people could be late to the party.
I think you're safe.
I think that happens a lot of the time, right? People will see a move happening and they'll FOMO into it. And then they get their faces ripped off.
JT 1111 just closed it. Oh, you held. Nicely done.
Nice.
I closed way early. All right, let's see if they flush. This is the area. Are they going to flush it tonight? Now we're at the critical level for the overnight range. Overnight lows at 182. Are they gonna make this move tonight? That would be a move. Range to range we can see all day. A flushing a range, that's a move. See if they have it in them tonight.
Let me check financial juice. I probably should have looked there
Right.
before I took a long.
If we, no, I don't think so. If we bounce here, well, no big deal. It's just range to range and in a range, right? We've seen it here. But if we flush below overnight low, now that's a move. We're headed for further downside. Have to flush. So far, oh. All right, maybe they will make the move. There's no bounce here, then it's not range to range. Bears could be potentially breaking structure. See, we'll find out.
Technically speaking, I'm not playing my blue zone properly. I should.
Jesse.
Well, let me move my arrow over there and show you what I normally would do. So this blue box, remember, is the blue zone over here on the bigger bars, okay? So if I wanted to actually trade this, I would move my stop below that box. If we break that box, the trade's over for sure.
Right, that's overnight low, probably
But
like 180. What number would that stop be?
Yeah, the stop would be like, 180.
Right.
But if we're still in this blue box, then long signals are still valid, is according to my trade setup, the way I trade.
Well, I think you're fine. We'll find out, obviously, but Bears making a move in the overnight, flushing us. Happened before, we'll find out. Oh, there's a huge FEG on the 15-minute, right? Are you seeing that FEG below us?
Yeah, there's a big one right down there, yeah.
69, the middle, 70.
Yeah.
About that.
So right where my stop is at, I'm just begging to get a stop run to hit me, and then it's going to rip back up. I've seen it a million times. So normally I should have waited a little longer. I front ran that trade instead of waiting for my actual signals, which are happening right here. So that's my fault, but yeah, I FOMO'd.
I think you'll be fine. Of course, if they make the move and break structure. Right thing. It's what your tool is telling you.
Okay, there's the long signal finally. You guys see that blue arrow? That's the signal I should have waited for, and then I'd have a much better entry. But you guys saw it. I got in that long before I got any kind of signals. I was just confident in my linear regression channel, which is playing out.
It's range to range.
But had I waited till down there, I'd be up $200 right now instead of break even, right? So that's what happens when we break our setups and bend the rules a little bit.
You're beating yourself up a little. Took it. Flushed you a little bit. There's no perfect trade. Trying to be perfect is the biggest mistake. There are going to be imperfect trades that go your way based on your TA, right?
Flex Futures, the LinReg, I have it set to 200 bars. And I've got, so if you're using the one that's built into Quant Tower or Ninja, you've got to run two of them to do what I'm doing here, because I got 2 standard deviations and 4 standard deviations, right? The free indicator does not let you put 2 different deviation levels on one indicator. So you just got to add it to your chart twice, run one of them at 2 and the other one at 4. Both 200 bars.
Close to break even now? I think you'll be.
So JC, Sty Guy's asking you a question.
When does Jesse stop to profit? I think he's asking you, just related.
I know, I was teasing you guys. My stop will, at 38 ticks, it'll kick in and start trailing by 16, and then it gets tighter and tighter and tighter the further in the money it gets. So that profit target you see on my chart way the heck up there, that's just there, just way up out of the way. That is not my actual target. My trail my stop will start trailing my profits to lock in that intraday trailing drawdown. But buyers are having a hard time.
It's range to range. So far, we haven't seen anything that.
Yeah, well, the problem here, remember earlier, guys, I was talking about how we had about 250 to 300 on the delta on that move up. Well, look at this move down. This is down to almost 400, which means now we have, so that's all those buyers got out of those trades, right? Their stops were hit or they got out, plus more active sellers, right? So now those sellers are having to defend their positions right here. So the buyers are going to have to break them down now.
That was a 1, 2, 3 5-minute candle from that pivot point, all the way back into expected that quick. Expected short pivot point. Not that aggressive now. But it's simply range to range. Have to be worried about.
Is anybody else in along, or is it just me? Am I solo out here?
I think Tommy's already in along. He entered a little higher than you.
Okay, Tommy is long. Yeah. Flex is all right.
He entered a little higher at the 200 S.
Hopefully somebody got a better entry than me and waited for an actual signal.
I'm waiting for the test, and I'll hop on along. I'll wait for the retest of it. See what happens.
That's smart. There you go. That's how you play moving averages and levels right there. You wait for the test and retest.
But if they flush it, then no. But I think it'll come back down. If I get an entry around 195, well, it depends on the test. Let's see. Most likely it'll come back down. Test it. I'll hop on the long down there on the test if they don't flush it.
Yeah, I saw green there for a moment. I don't know how much it was. $30, $40. Everything takes about an hour in the Asia session.
But it could be one of those where it doesn't test it. That's so close to overnight low. So testable. So.
All right, so there's some longs calling out. All right, let's see. Let's go.
I think there's a lot. 199. Peter Chan, 181 is the bottom. This is where you got to watch for the flush of that level. Test and bounce it.
Yeah, if they flush this low, I'm going to kill the trade early because then it's going to dump out.
Or stop hunt. Longs.
Yep.
It's a tricky part. That's why I'll wait a little bit longer. But so far, they haven't been able to push below that 190. 182 is your overnight low so far. Let's see. See how much selling pressure they
Stealth. You're on sim, Jesse. You can add. Yeah, but that teaches me bad habits.
You can YOLO that to infinity.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
No, we're kidding. Yeah. No, don't fall for pressure, bro. If you want to do that, if you want to do it, that's another thing. Don't just do it because
I'm
somebody
doing
told. Don't just do it because someone told you to add. It's part
I'm
of.
doing it.
All right.
I've got an ad staged right there at, actually, let me move that. I want it at 186. There we go.
All right. They just tried to flush it. That was the test of that low. Let's see if they have more selling pressure to push this down. If they do, then we're looking at that 170 area. It's the middle of that FEG, but so far it's holding.
So just disclaimer, I am on sim account, guys. Paper trading right now. I've already locked in my 646 on all my Tradeify accounts for the night, so I've turned those off.
Good for you. Good job. Good for you.
It's not a leader account, Chris, I promise. I'm watching my accounts on another screen here. The unrealized P&L is 0 on all of them.
All right. Looks like it's holding.
There's a push. Let's see.
What's your entry again?
My entry is 201.
Okay, so you're just about to go break even on the bounce, on the test and bounce. So I think it's good. Yeah, that was a nasty pullback. Late longs to the party up there. Impressive how fast 40 points happened.
Yeah, well, I think you guys would have to correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I don't know if you can see it. You could probably see it on minute-based candles, but on the Renko price action, I knew if it broke that previous higher high that we had put in up there, as soon as it broke that, I knew people were going to start closing their positions and it would flush down. So I saw it coming. I called it out. I should have taken that trade, darn it.
Jenna, I just need 200 to get a payout in 2 days. Nice.
Nice.
T. Cooper, do you have CVD running on your quant tower? I do not.
The CVD right now is minus negative 666. Uh-oh, that's a bad number.
All right, here we go. It's starting to needs to push above these moving averages, 9 and 20. Let's see if they.
Sellers are definitely trying to push this down.
But the sellers are fading as well. They made their range to range move. Wrap some bulls, ate to the party, and back to the range and right back up. But I'm not going to stay an hour. Find out. But that was a strong flush to 40 points in 3 5-minute. I didn't expect that. Expected to short, but not that quick.
Yeah, that was pretty quick for Asia, huh? There was one earlier too tonight before the live stream. There was a fast rip down. Thank goodness I was flat when that happened.
And back to slow-mo.
Well, while we're waiting, I'm gonna try to do a JC impersonation here, if you guys would oblige.
What?
Welcome. Well, if you're new here to the stream, JC trades the New York session live on stream, 9:15 a.m. every morning, 9:15 p.m. Eastern every evening, Monday through Thursday. If you're enjoying the content, hit that like, smash that subscribe.
Pretty good.
Show your boy some love.
It's pretty good. Impressive.
I give myself a C+ on that.
Give you an A. How about that?
Gold's not doing much either, says Jeff. Let's look at Jesse's market analyzer. Let's see, where's my mouse? Boy, it's tough. I don't know how all you guys with multiple monitors do it. I just recently added this other monitor for streaming purposes.
Oh, you don't need monitors with your setup. Seems like got the cheat code there.
Yeah, so if we look here...
That's a good thing, right? Not needing all those monitors.
So over the last 4 1-minute candles, the ATR in ticks for all these indices is right here. NQ is clearly moving the most, 12 ticks on average. Everything else is dog slow. BTC, which is Bitcoin futures, for those that don't know, is in second place, 8 ticks. So nothing's moving right now. Nothing's moving.
All right, it looks like they're trying to test. I think they're building it. You're good with your with your long there.
Oh, I lost the chart. Where's my chart? There it is. Got it back. Okay.
Oh, finally.
Oh, yeah.
Ready.
Chris says I was missing the Latin in my voice.
That's funny.
Well, my wife is Latina, so I can get down with it. Trust me, just not here on live stream. I'm already kind of a shy guy as it is.
You fell for the Latina as the wife, huh? You fell.
If gold is trending down PR, that's good for NQ, usually. Usually. Not always, but that's good news for my trade here. Let's see what happens. Hopefully I get out of this quick, because I can tell JC's getting tired on us, folks.
No. I just, well, yeah, tomorrow's Friday. I got a lot to do. And last night we went late. Caesar didn't even wake up. I don't know if Caesar's connected. Caesar, literally at the end of the stream, New York session, just sends a comment. Woke up late, guys. Overslept. Oh, man. I think this is going to be one of those dragged out ones. You got the move to get everybody excited, and then you'll get the push up, but it'll be very gradual. Be prepared for an hour or two. Well, you're Sim 101, it doesn't really. T. Cooper, yes, sir. Tomorrow, 9:15 a.m. We'll see how bad the volatility is tomorrow. It's pretty nasty today for the first half hour. 100 points up, 100 points down, 100 points up, 100 points down. But yeah, I'll trade tomorrow. Appreciate you asking.
This guy feels it in his bones, about to pop. I hope.
Pro fast guy. PR77 buying liquidity for the next drop. Uh-oh. I trust PR77.
Yeah.
Man can read those charts.
I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel the same way, but we are putting in small higher highs and higher lows on the Renko bars here. So, I don't know.
Yeah, pro fast guy. As far as news tomorrow, it's going to be a wild open. Got to make some decisions actually tonight. Originally going to go hiking early. We moved it later. But as I look at the news, sorry, Jesse, I'm just going to show the news.
Yeah.
Got speaker. This is Arizona time, so 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11:30. Basically, the whole open is around Powell speaking. This would be 10 a.m. So 9:30, a half hour of just waiting for Powell to speak. It'll be interesting. We'll see. Definitely not trading sim funded accounts tomorrow. Learn my lessons. Tommy Stark, all your accounts are done for the day. What'd you get? And what? The hell? What the hell is one cayena sauce? All right. All right. Well, Jesse's enjoying his one cayena sauce. Oh, are they gonna flush this, or are they just testing that level? I think I'm with PR. Might get a little spicy down there. Around those moving averages still. Jesse, he left for a little bit. He's eating his Huancaina sauce. Well, the only problem down there is the speed, the aggressiveness of that 40-point drop. That could mean something, or it may mean nothing. It could just be a gradual bounce, and you'll be fine. EMPFX, it's Peruvian sauce. That's what I figured. I know the wifey's Latin, so I figured somewhere along those lines. A little bit of indecision down there around those moving averages. You got 20 SMA right there. Still not bouncing though. Not, at least not even for Asia. I wouldn't say that's a bounce yet. I'll get excited with a 5-point bounce, but we're not getting that yet. Or what? I'm watching it here on the 1 minute, but you know I have my other screens, 5, the 15, and yeah, you're gonna have to decide on your side with your if you're adding it, what time frame, what moving average time frame you want to add, because it's not like a pivot point or EWAP. They do change within time frames.
Jamie, new here. 40-point drop was a strike distance, pretty common for NQ. This looks like an upward consolidation for a drop off before a pump in the Euro session. I
All
agree.
right. Question is further push down. Tommy Stark, I haven't blown a funded in 4 months. That's impressive. My last run only lasted 2-3 months. The one before that did last about 4 or 5 months. This year I've had 2 blowouts, 2 full account blowouts for this year so far. All right, I think you guys are getting your bounce there.
I'd like to see this trailing stop kick in. Come on now.
EMPFX waiting for the 190 retest. Yeah, we almost got it there. See if we get it again. Get interested in that long. If they don't flush 190, I'll be interested in the long. But what time is it? 8:30 already. I'd never. Tommy Stark tried copy trading and blew all my accounts at once. Yeah, it happens for sure when you copy trade. EMPFX from Miami. A lot of Miami lately in the stream. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's funny. I used to, or I tried rather, rotating accounts versus copy trading. And for me, I just found myself taking way too many trades to rotate through all the accounts. And I copy trade them all. There is a cost of doing business. When I blow accounts, I blow them all at once. But I've factored it in. It's my cost of business. When I go on tilt, I just blow them all. If I can control that, then copy trading all accounts at once has paid off for me. Because I take way less trades, less exposure. But I get it. When you rotate accounts, you don't run the risk of blowing them all at once. I've just factored it in. It's my cost of business. When I blow accounts, I'm going to blow them all at once.
All right, I'm still here. I just mute every once in a while, take a bite of my dinner. Looks like we're pushing a little bit.
Yeah, I think you're in the green right now, right?
Yep, $50 or so. Come on, push. I want to see this kick in. Let's see the trailing stop do its job.
Patrick Voigt, do you do this full time? No. I mean, it's become a big part of my income, but there's other things that I do beyond trading, or rather say other revenue streams beyond trading. Peter Chan, I agree. Less exposure, the better. Just be patient and take A+ setups. Yeah, that comes with discipline, for sure. Tommy Stark probably won't because of news tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow hands off on the sim funded. Not touching those tomorrow, but I'll try to trade a couple evals. Depends on how crazy it gets.
All right, so we were kind of bumping up against that 5-minute 9 EMA.
I like it. I like it. You got to say that one more time. We were bumping against the what?
The 5-minute 9 EMA, and we rejected off of it. Not good. My trailing stop was just about to kick in.
We got Jesse. We got Jesse talking EMAs and SMAs. I like it.
You guys are teaching me. I appreciate it.
No, but I think, in all seriousness, I think you've got a sick little toy there that you've built for trading. So pretty damn impressive.
Thank you, sir.
I think the community is getting value just seeing that. Now we just need John. If John is still, well, John's flying. We just need John to do the call outs because I see a shark. Yeah. I see a shark fin there, and now a little shark fin. So that's saying buying pressure, right?
Were you talking about the big red one? No,
yeah.
That was that dump out. No, that was the big dump out. We've got barely any kind of delta momentum since then.
No. I mean, because you're not getting a continuation of that. Isn't that how you read that?
Yes. Yes.
Buyers are coming in? Yeah.
Yep. All right, come on.
All right, here we go. All right, here we go.
Just go. There it goes. Watch, it's going to kick in. If anybody's interested in how this works, my trailing stop is about to kick in right about now. You're going to see it. Oh, I hope you see it. Oh, it was like 2 ticks away, I think. Oh, come on. Come on. Rip it up, buyers. Rip it up.
Watch this be like a $2,000 trade for you.
Oh, I wish.
On a sim.
Okay, here it goes. 170. We're at 170. It kicks in at 38 ticks. What's the dollar value of 38 ticks? I can't remember.
9.5 points.
What's the dollar P&L? $5 per tick.
Under $90.
Okay, so it kicks in at $190, folks. Let's see. Come on now. Let's go. We can do it. It's really fighting the 15-minute 9 EMA it's fighting against right now. Should I say it again? The 15-minute 9 EMA. Oh, there it goes. Look at that. It's going to start trailing. All right. Let's see. Now, if it pushes again, this trail will get tighter and tighter and tighter on the way up. If we get a little bit of pullback, it gets me out of the trade in profit, protects that intraday trailing drawdown. That's how that works for me.
And you can get that intraday trailing drawdown as what's the word I'm looking
There it goes.
for?
It just
as a stop market.
Yep. So there we go. It just moved it up a couple more ticks. I'm seeing some selling though, so it might hit my stop here. Yeah, I think it might tag me out. M Stone, thank you. Appreciate that. Good luck to you too. We like having you. I guess I better close that buy order that I staged down there. We're not going to hit that now at this point. Sty Guy, it's a custom one that I made. It's a 3-stage trailing stop.
Nicolas taking the short off of the 200 SMA. Nicolas in a short.
Oh, there we go.
He's taking.
It stopped me.
Okay. Well, you got a little bit of profit, right?
Yep. What was I saying? Oh, Sty Guy. I use the ATM strategy builder right there in NinjaTrader, though. It's not like I built some custom code. It's just a regular NinjaTrader stop strategy.
SV, how often do you guys take breaks, mental breaks? I don't trade much. I mean, if you watch the morning session, I'm usually done within the first hour. 2 hours, I'm probably fighting drawdown. If I'm there for 3-4 hours, I'm on tilt. let's be honest. But most of my streams in the morning, I'm done within the first hour. So as far as breaks, I got the rest of the day. And Asia,
I'll give it up.
And Asia, you know, it's just adjusting to the length of these trades. Just a different strategy style for Asia.
Yeah, I got to give it up to you, JC. He's really good at just walking away and going on about his business all day long, no problem. Me, I'm glued to the darn charts all day, all night. It's
when I don't walk out. That's when I'm in the red, and I'm sure you guys some of you have seen, well, one tilt day, the last tilt day. It's when I don't walk out. When I don't walk out, I'm in the red, and I continue to battle it. Usually, it's directional days because I'm mainly a contrarian trader. In other words, I'm playing levels. There are days that levels are not going to work. There are days that your pivot point's not going to work. It's just going to flush right through it, and I still fight it. Yeah, some of you have seen that live. But if I can build discipline to just walk out when you're just, you're not going to be in sync every time with the market. For me, it's a very small percentage. 95, if not more, percent of the time, NQ is going to be range bound or it's going to play a level. You'll get your contrarian trade. It's that 2 to 5% directional day that hurts the contrarian traders because you're so used to, hey, let me wait to this level and let's play the bounce. Goodbye, end of story, done. If you gotta change that style on a directional day, for instance, like today, like yesterday. Fortunately, I didn't get any red during these directional days. Still played the contrarian. Even this morning, it was still a contrarian trade, one trade. But I saw what was happening. In other words, had I stayed yesterday and today, I probably would have given back the profits. So it's a work in progress on directional days. Go with the trend. Stop fighting the trend. That's my biggest issue right now. The easy directional day, you would think, hey, just hop on a short or hop on the long and look the other way. The way my personality is, variant, so it doesn't work. But doing a lot better on the last round of directional days. Trust me, I looked at those charts afterwards, especially on tilt days. All right, let's figure this out. Directional day, where do you hop on that short and stop trying to long a falling knife? M Stone, add to winners and cut losses quicker, easier said than done. Yeah. The funny thing is, I don't know if you guys watched the New York session. Yesterday for sure. Today for sure. They were flushing pivot points like it's butter. Usually a pivot point, you get some type of reaction, whether it's 20, 30 points, or 10, you'll get some reaction. Pivot points this week were flushed with bear moves, like 20, 40, not even 20, 40, 60 points in 3 1-minute candles. So unless you have a tight stop or you're manually controlling that stop, you're getting flushed pretty quickly, 60 points at those pivot points. So it's been interesting price action. Adjusting, not fighting the trend. Pro fast guy, last 2 days, flushy, yeah. Like I said, they flushed those pivot points like they were butter, especially yesterday. Ooh. Jesse, you still there?
Yep. Eat
Oh,
my
okay.
one
Oh, no, that's fine. As long as you, I thought I lost your mic. That's all. So, yeah, eat. Don't worry about it.
I'm good. No, I'm good. Yum.
Chris, Halki, is that how you pronounce it? Halkion? I've heard of that prop firm. I think it was you actually that mentioned it a couple weeks ago. I haven't opened up an account with them, but I've heard of Halkion.
Nice little drop. So that's why I use that trailing stop. You see that? It
Yep.
tagged me right up there at the top. I'm out of the trade. I'm safe, and it drops out.
Yeah, I sent an email to Quantower confirming that trailing stops set to market orders. I've stopped using, part of the reason you guys don't see me using a stop is Tradesyncer. When I copy trade with Tradesyncer, it relies a lot on market orders. I refuse to even attempt standard stops or limit orders just because some of the issues I've had in the past. But I did send an email to Quantower to figure out market outs, trailing stops.
Sweet. I can't wait to see what they say. NinjaTrader can do that. It's a setting when you're setting up the when you're configuring your ATM strategy. There's a checkbox for MIT, market if touched.
Yeah, market if touched is available on Quantower. What I want to make sure is the trailing stop respected that.
Yep, understood.
All right, you closed out of your trade, right? You're good? I wanted to make sure you got your trade out. All right, I got to call it, brother.
Yep.
I got a long day tomorrow. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Wow, we got 143 today. Start with the commercials. If you're new to the stream and enjoying the content, smash that like, smash that subscribe button. We'll do this again, for the Asia session Monday, 9:15 p.m. Eastern, and I'll be back tomorrow morning, 9:15 a.m. for Nasty NASDAQ, FOMC, Powell, and all that good stuff. So have a good night. Thanks for everyone that tuned in. Appreciate you guys. Good chat, some good conversation for sure today. Very educational. And again, for those of you that only trade the Asia, I'll see you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. And for the two-session traders, I'll see you guys in the morning for some nasty NASDAQ. Have a good night, all. Jesse, have a good night, brother.
Thanks for having me. See you guys tomorrow or next week. See ya.
Bye.